no matter what you want to buy. You'll find it all on the hub.
The SME Market Hub. Buy, sell, list, connect.
Right, she's one of the fastest rising actresses in the Nigerian movie industry. It is the gorgeous Beverly Naya. Welcome.
Thank you. If you guys want to add this low budget chick to our group, then fine. But if it costs us our jobs and our clients, it's on your heads.
She not hear you.
Like I care. It's just another one of his charity projects. Daniel, Chima, and I have been dancing as a group for years, and I'm not gonna let no, in the meantime, chick, come here and take what we have built, what I have built.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I am good, I'm good. So let's talk about how you started, because you grew up in the UK basically,
Yes,
didn't
I
you?
did. Like you.
Yes, very much like me.
Yeah.
So what made you decide to come back home?
After I graduated, I just wanted to change. I wanted to do something, different. I like to take risks, and obviously the film industry over here is growing and it's just expanding more and more by the day. So I just decided to be a part of that journey.
Okay.
So I decided to come here.
When did you move back?
2010.
2010.
Yeah.
And how has your journey been so far?
It's been good.
Has it been
good.
what you expected or a lot more difficult than what you expected?
I think it's a bit of both. It has its difficulties, but at the same time, for the most part, it's been great. It's been a smooth journey, and I've done a lot of work, and I'm starting to get recognized for the work I've done. So for the most part, it's been a really good journey.
So thinking back to when you moved in 2010, what's been your most difficult challenge?
Just adjusting. I think you might understand that because obviously coming from over there, you're used to a different culture, a different way of doing things, and then you come here, it's like,
it's very different.
It's very different. So it does take a lot. It takes a lot to get used to it, but then once you do, it helps. And to a certain degree, sometimes the people, trying to adjust to the culture as well, and the way, they have their own way of doing things. It's contrary to how I might do it. So for the most part, that's what it is, just adjusting.
You talked about the fact that you've been working for a little while now, and you are getting recognized more and more for your work. Let's talk about The Weekend Getaway. That was quite interesting, and lots of major Nollywood people in that movie. How did you get the role, and your character? Would you say the character is quite similar to you? Just tell us a bit about that.
I got the role. The film was produced by Isong, and she's quite big in the industry, and I got the role because I have a good relationship with her, and a role came up that she thought fit me, so she cast me for that, and it was a fun experience. We shot it in a choir bomb, and it was just every single day was just fun. It was crazy because obviously being in a choir bomb, we were in this beautiful hotel, so it didn't really feel like work to us. It felt like just having fun. So in regards to
you worked with lots of big Hollywood, Nollywood
actors,
names there. So who was the nicest person to work with? And you can't say everybody was nice because that's not true.
Okay, no, but funny enough, everybody was nice. I enjoyed working with all of them, but I would say Ramsey Noah was a pleasant surprise, and Genevieve Naji, because Genevieve Naji is huge, so you would think that she'd be this diva or like this arrogant person, but she's very humble and she's very down to earth. So it was lovely working with her. And Ramsey just, made sure that everyone was comfortable. So we all had a really good time. He's very approachable, which I, loved most about him.
And who was your least favorite person to work with?
Well, I'm not
okay.
Let
me rephrase that. Let me not say your least favorite, but the person that you're hoping for a second chance so you can really appreciate working with.
Okay, well, honestly, and this is the truth, because no, by nature, I am blunt. I'm working on it. But honestly, I enjoyed working with everyone on that set. I think we just bonded really well. And like I said, because we were in this hotel and we had nothing else to do but to bond, it just worked out. So I didn't really have any
You didn't have any tiffs or anything with anyone?
No, I didn't.
That's not what I heard. Anyways.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to talk about this.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just trying to take information. We've got to talk about your red carpet style. I've seen pictures of you wearing rather daring outfits.
Yeah.
So is that something that maybe your stylist says, okay, you know what, I want to put you in this, and you're like, I'm not sure, but yes, or do you pick your outfits and say, you know what, I'm going to wear this.
Yeah.
This is what I want to wear.
For the most part, I pick all my outfits, but then, you know, I like to take risks, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's basically how I am. But I wouldn't say that I go out and say, oh, I want to reveal this or anything. Sometimes it's just, I think less is more, but sometimes I've realized that I've done more than what was necessary. But yeah, but now that I'm getting older, I'm more mature, I kind of understand my body and what works for me more than I did maybe last year.
Do you look at any pictures from like an event?
Yeah.
And you kind of think, oh my goodness.
Trust me, all the time.
Really?
I look at some of my
What's the
outfits.
worst one? The one that you actually want to like remove from your memory?
I got asked this the other day and I couldn't think, because there's like, I have like at least 5 or 6 events that I've gone to, and I've looked at the pictures and I'm like, really? What were you thinking?
You're calling up your friends like, did you not see me? Why'd you let me leave the house like that?
No, I've had a few of those, but then I try not to think about it too much, you know, and nowadays I don't really go on red carpets because I don't want to get it wrong. So I'd rather just focus on other things until I know I'm definitely going to look good.
Okay, so who are your style icons? The ladies, Nigerian or, you know, non-Nigerian that you look up to?
There are a few people, but okay, Victoria Beckham has great style. I love Angelina Jolie. Okay. I think she always looks graceful, and she's like a good example of someone that can, you know, it can have a lot of sex appeal, but at the same time maintain her class, which is kind of how I see myself.
So sexy, but not too sexy.
Too sexy, not in your face, not slutty in the process. So I think I kind of mirror my style, you know, after hers a little bit.
Okay, we're going to talk about your personal life in a second, but we've got to talk more about your work. You, of course, have done tinsel.
Yes.
And is that something that you're enjoying, you enjoyed, or is that something that you're like, oh, I can't wait to move on to something else?
No, I actually love tinsel. I think tinsel's great. I'm still shooting it as we speak. It's really fun, you know, working with all the actors on set. I think they're great, first and foremost. It's really professional and they really care about their actors and they want the best. So I think exposure is great. Everything about it is great. So I don't think I want to leave anytime soon.
Okay.
I'm enjoying it. And I just finished a TV series called Before 30.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard of it at all.
No, I haven't. Tell us about it.
It's just about 4 girls looking for love and they want to get married before they're 30. So I literally just finished that like a week ago.
And is that going to, where can we watch it?
Hopefully we're looking at BET.
Okay.
So let's see what happens.
Very nice. That was shot in Nigeria?
Yeah, that was shot here. So I have a few things. I've got some films that I've acted in as well that should be coming out at some point this year. And I have a new one that's coming out, and that's called Make a Move.
Make a Move.
Yeah, and that's a dance film, but it's with a twist.
Okay.
It's really,
oh,
really
it's kind of like, you know,
story.
Step Up and something similar to
Kind
that.
of, but then it's got some, you know, sad moments in it that will like really tug at the audience's heart. So yeah, it's a good story.
And we've got to talk about music videos. Now, I was trying to, because I know you've I've seen at least one, but I was arguing with our team and I kind of said, I'm sure she's done more. I've seen it in different ones.
Yeah.
But of course, the one with Banky W.
Yes, I did
and
that
then,
one.
which other one?
I did one more. That was Rugged Man's video. And yeah, I did that in 2008, Christmas. It was a good video though. I actually enjoyed the experience. But that was my first. I've only done 2, by the way, Toolz.
I was just thinking,
2.
I was like, I'm sure there's another one.
Just 2, but I did cameo in Nicest as well. So that was the Fine Lady one. You were there too, weren't you?
I was there, but I wasn't.
Oh yeah, you weren't in the video.
Yeah, because I was like, no.
Not today.
Not today. But are we going to see you in more videos, or have you kind of closed that chapter?
Not as a vixen. Well, I never really was a vixen, Beverly. But just more as if I'm going to be a leading lady, if there's like a concept behind it, and if it's for like a prominent artist, one that could give me some really good exposure, then maybe I'd consider it. But I would like to act in it. I wouldn't want to just feature and just be, you know, a pretty girl in the video. I want more than that.
If you're going to be paid like £1 million for a role in a movie, would you do nudity? Would you do everything, or are you like, there's certain things that I would never ever do?
For now, because I haven't received £1 million, I can't really say, but then you never know. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, as an actor, we're just a blank canvas. You're given a script and you choose whether or not you can actually become that character. I know there are certain things in our culture that we don't really, you know, condone, for example, nudity. But then for a Hollywood film, you just never know. If it's necessary to the character. If I need to do that in order to interpret my character to the very best of my ability, then there's a possibility, yeah. But for example, like Lupita in 12 Years a Slave, sometimes you just might need to do that to make it believable.
So as long as it's actually, it makes sense and it kind of,
yeah,
you know,
exactly. Not like
it's part of the story.
What's that film? Monsters Ball. Halle Berry in Monsters Ball. I wouldn't do that. You know, it's
what
pointless.
if she was? She must have been paid a ridiculous amount of money for that.
But then, why?
So if they literally, if they're going to pay you, okay, let's say 20 million
to do that,
yes, would you?
Let me have the 20 million first, and we'll discuss it. But then, but sometimes, you know, you have to think about, forget the money. You have to think about your brand also. You have to think your reputation. It's very important. So if it doesn't benefit you in the long term, then I really don't see the need for that.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Now your personal life.
Yes.
So you have been. Wait. Are you single or are you seeing somebody, or or is it complicated?
That's Facebook. At the moment, I would say I am single, but I'm dating.
Okay, so he's not really serious.
Oh no, I won't say he's not serious. I'm just saying that, like.
Or you're just not that into him.
No, there's like I go on dates, meaning like there's not just one person. There's just.
All right, so you're keeping your options open.
Keeping my options open.
Very good. You have been linked to one or two people here.
Have I?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you tell me true or false, or well, this is what happened, or oh, we just kicked it for a little while, or you know, oh, he really liked me, but I just so didn't like him.
Yeah.
Banky W.
No, I've never heard that before. That's you.
What? I heard that.
Really? Oh no, we're just friends. Nothing more, nothing less.
What kind of friends?
Friends with no benefits. Uti, no, just friends. That was like, I don't know what happened. That just came from nowhere, and it took like a year for it to die down. I don't know. I mean, we're just friends.
So where do you think that came from?
We went to an event together, and I think we walked in arm, and the blogs just
started
crazy.
from there.
Yeah.
Links?
No, we're just friends. He's a really, really good friend.
Good friend as in?
Good friend.
As in, I don't know, I'm trying to gauge your good friend.
No, he's like a really good friend.
Like the way you have a good church friend, or
no,
like
not like a church friend.
No, oh, he's not church.
No, like what do you mean by church friend?
I don't know, like it's you know, platonic, holy.
Oh, platonic. Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We'll investigate that a bit more.
No, like he's a platonic friend.
Okay.
When you said church friend, I got confused because, like, you know, you have church friends and you have your turn-up friends.
Oh, so. right. Okay. All right, don't worry, we're going to investigate that a bit more. Thank you so much for stopping by, Beverly.
Thanks for having
best of
me.
luck with everything. Hi, I'm Toolz. If you enjoyed watching that, make sure you subscribe to the NdaniTV channel, and you can also watch more videos here.